Here's another relic from the past. Something that will never happen again. A stereo set. This is the king of displays. More precisely, vacuum fluorescent displays. It might be from the black plastic era, but it's graphite metallic. And the big displays are not its only feature. For example, this is the cassette deck, and the cassette doors seem to be missing. But the two eject buttons indicate that something will open. Nice. The effect is, of course, that you cannot see the cassette anymore. About 15 years prior, quality cassette decks like this Technics had a clear window with a backlight, so you clearly could see the state of the cassette. And they solved this problem here in a very modern way. Nice! This doesn't show the progress, of course, but that's solved with two beautiful tape counters. With only one tiny problem. If you turn the system off and on again, it resets to 0. But it looks nice. If we take another look at the inside, you can see that this is the absolute minimum width of a double cassette deck. Especially if you remove the plastic side panels. Too bad that they didn't make a version with wooden panels. So it's smaller than it looks, which helps making the displays look large. For example, here is it next to a Sony micro system that is designed to look small by making the features large. And here is it without speakers. I don't have the Technics speakers, but they were insignificant anyway. And here is it next to a more commonly sized mini system. If you place them horizontal, it's about the width of a full-size component. Like this nice Ekai receiver, of which the VFD finally seems to have given up. My special repair technique didn't work, and when I tried it again later, only this was left.
Well, that's the end of that display.
Another good reminder that old things break, and I got it so you don't have to. Anyway, so the four components are a cassette deck, a tuner, an amplifier, and a sound processor that we'll get to later. Where is the CD player? Very nice. And that's all the sound it makes. It's a little bit broken. More about that later. First, I'd like to promote my new album, I Wake Up With Space Sounds, with music from this video and some previous videos. I think it's my best album so far, or at least my best mixed album. Anyway, expensive mini systems often had four components, where the CD player is one of those components. I've never seen a system where the CD player and radio are one component. But there is a logic behind this. You can use a number matrix for both the tuner presets and CD tracks. Many stereo sets did that, usually with a single centralized display, like of course my teenage stereo set. A hidden CD door and hidden cassette doors just to have the space for giant VFDs. I like it. Another trick they use to make the displays look larger is making the windows bigger than the display. A widely used trick that also helps the viewing angle. On most systems, the amplifier does not have a display. But this one does, because it has a couple of other features, like a timer. The clock is always visible, and even shows the day of the week, with Sunday in red. Nice touch. And among a bunch of settings, the digital volume control and balance is also on the display. A bit odd are the two different button designs for the inputs. And this is the sound processor with the biggest display. Nice. It shows the equalizer presets in fine detail and can show the analyzer simultaneously. Very nice. I don't know what this is, but it looks nice. And the analyzer can also display some text. Very, very nice. The equalizer is a digital 3-band parametric equalizer. This means that you can change the frequency and steepness of each band. I think for most people this would be very confusing, but it was certainly ahead of its time. And this device too has DSP effects. Child me would have had so much fun. Ah, nice. And useless. And of course it has Dolby Pro Logic Surround, where the center and rear level have dedicated knobs on the amplifier. Nice. Let's rewind to the time that I got it. Oh, that's a bit too far. That's the time it was made. Right, the first thing I had to do was add feet. And it looks like that was attempted before. In my special box of foam remnants that normal people throw away, I found this. Nearly the same thickness. That was a terrible idea because foam shrinks under pressure, but let's continue. Here I'm trying to open the superglue. Refusing to throw it away, I punched a hole in it so I could still use it. After using way too much superglue, I could place the thingy that I cut out and didn't film. After it looked like it was dry, I was smart enough to still place it on paper. But that wasn't enough and I still managed to ruin this table. You already know that the CD player doesn't work, but in the beginning it didn't even open. So I attempted to fix it. And as I suspected, there was still a CD in there. That's usually not a good sign. And it's the sound that indicates that my custom feed had shrunk. Anyway, the problem was that the CD holder didn't release the CD. So I removed that part and wondered, how does that mechanism work? How can it hold the CD so well? And then I concluded, it seems just to be glued on there. And it was. Right. that's how I at least got the loading mechanism working again.
Doesn't even start spinning.
I bought this system from the first owners who were moving house. It was still standing on the original location on the bookshelf. That likely means that the display with the clock has been continuously on for at least 30 years. It's interesting to see that the strange deposit that I encountered before is really something that the VFD seems to do. My plan was to not only remove that deposit, but also make the display brighter with a simple trick. This is a thingy that I forgot to place back when reassembling, but it didn't seem to have a function, thankfully. And after miraculously not destroying anything, I could finally get to the display. First, remove the strange deposit. Conclude that I cannot change the display color. Pretend I know what I'm doing here. Try to find alligator clips in 4 stores to then buy them online after all. And 2 days after that, the 10-second moment was finally there.
Well, here it goes. Very maybe. Well, that should do the trick.
Of course, I found this trick on the internet. Apparently, this cleans the wires, which should improve the brightness.
Wow!
And judging by my reaction, it was a success. But the uniformity seemed only very temporarily fixed. Here is it before and after. On video, it's not really visible, but the overall brightness has improved. This doesn't work with every VFD, by the way.
Oh dear. So that's not the neighbors. It's the internal fan. Well, at least it looks nice.
Indeed it does. That's why I got it, so I could show you. Thanks everybody who support my creative endeavors by buying my music or becoming a Patreon member. And thank you for watching. And I hope to see you soon, not meant sarcastically, as usual. Welcome to this addendum. You may have noticed that the CD player worked in some shots. Here's why.
Right, welcome to You Should Have Checked the Manual first section. The CD player is suddenly working. The reason probably being that I reconnected the cables on the back of the machine, and I think the previous owners had it connected wrong all the time because I never disconnected the cables.
Incorrect.
But I wanted the order of the components different, and then I checked the manual and I saw that the cable order was different. And now the CD player seems to work. Either that, or it's an incredible coincidence. The video is literally finished. I just wanted to make one more shot, like an intro shot or something. Yeah, it was a coincidence. It was a coincidence. Anyway, bye. I say bye and it works again. Nah. Huh? Bye.